And we are live. I'm here with the future, Ian Garry.
How are
Ian,
we?
good to see you.
What's the story? How are we doing?
Really good. How are you?
Good, no complaints. How's lockdown over there for you? Are you in lockdown now?
Yeah, so I live in Essex, which is in tier 2.
Okay.
Yeah, so, and then I work in London, which is tier 2 as well. So not supposed to be mixing with other households and that kind of thing. I was going to ask
Yeah.
you actually, what's the latest over there?
So the government's decided that we go back into level 5, which is the strictest, and it's just, I don't know. It's a lot of, look, we can sit here all day and talk about it. It is what it is. Like, I'm lucky I'm a professional athlete, so I still get to go about my day and do my training and do what needs to be. So
Okay.
it's not going to affect me for training. It's just it will limit the gym. Like, I have to train, so I can just do what I do, and I have keys to my my weightlifting gym, so I can get my strength and conditioning in. And then there's only a select few of us that can train because we'll be able to get through the lockdown. Because if you come to like the police stoppage and you're coming to a road and they're going, right, what are you doing? You're going, I'm an elite athlete, and they're going, are you? And you're like, yes.
How do you
So I'm
prove
going to
that,
train.
Ian?
I'll get out and show them.
Yeah, choke them out.
Yeah, absolutely. Just be like, here, look, if I batter both of yous, I can go to training, right? All right, sweet, let's go. Both at the same time. Just want to take out your bats. No, but like it says on the government's statements that like we're good. We're elite level athletes, and yeah, if a guy player is an elite level athlete, then so am I.
So that's the case over here as well. And so my teammates, funnily enough, I don't fall into the elite category myself. So it's closed for people like myself, but
Yeah,
it's open for the professional
people who
guys. And I believe
yeah.
yeah, exactly that. But some of the guys from my gym were saying that they're getting even more retention. Just where it's only them in the gym. Do you feel like you're getting even better training maybe?
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Lately, I've hit a groove. I've hit a good run. Like, I started off the year bad with that little injury I had and had to get surgery and put me out of the fight. And then obviously COVID kicked in, so I had a load of time to grow. And then we seen that in the last fight. But the last fight was just in between. Like, I'm still growing, I'm still progressing, and everything's still moving fast. But that fight was just in between. I'm still moving, everything's going. So I'm just back in the groove. I'm back training, back learning, back picking Chris's brain, trying to get better and better and asking questions and
Let's
just
talk
enjoying
about that
training.
fight, because out of those 3 nights of fights, that was one of the standouts that everyone kept talking about, and I was really
Good.
impressed with how tough George was. But
Yeah.
it was sensational. The finish was beautiful. The stoppage was fantastic. I it was. Could it have gone any better, Ian?
Uh, yeah, it could have been done in one round. I was a bit annoyed about that, to be absolutely honest. I said to myself, I don't think he's going to last longer than 4 minutes, and he did. And fair play to him, he was tough, but
He
he
was
was just,
tough.
he felt no. In the first round, I went back to Chris in the corner, and I was like, and he knew. I think he kind of knew I was annoyed because it wasn't like I knew, like I knew I'd won the round. Like, I knew I'd took it handily. Like, there's no argument. Like, if
Yeah,
any judge gave that to him, then I'd be having a fit. I'd be
yeah.
going mental. So I knew I'd come out of that round on top, and I knew I'd done damage to him. I knew I'd hurt him, and I was like, right. So I came out in a lot of confidence, but I went back to the corner, and I was like, shaking my head. He's like, what's wrong? He was like, what's wrong? He was telling me what to do, and I was like, he feels mad awkward when he goes to southpaw. He felt like he gained like an extra foot on me, and I'm like. So I just had to kind of slow my process down. I would have liked to have gone in there and done exactly what I done in the second round, in the first round. But look, I came out pretty. I'm happy. Do you know what I mean? I got the win. I
Yeah.
got the finish. I got another highlight added to the hype reel. So all is good. I mean, look, I can't really complain about it, but it is what it is. But if you look at, a lot of people are saying it showed like how mature I am and I didn't rush, and that's great. But that's the way I am. That's the way I've been trained. That's the way Chris Chris has put into my head. He's told me never, like I've literally, like he's telling me don't rush things. He's like, don't jump submissions, don't rush finishes. He was like, just pick them apart. He was like, if you start to rush and you start to load up, you're giving yourself opportunities to be caught. So why, like, we're trying to fight smart. We're not trying to fight reckless. So why try smash it right hand and left hook and swing everything into it and open up your body to getting caught with a shot back? We've seen it in loads of fighting. Like, I know a really easy one is Josh Reed and Nathaniel Wood.
Yeah.
That's the perfect example of just weighing in, trying to finish, and then boom, getting caught, and you're going, oh shit, maybe the table's turned. So that's just shows how good a coach Chris is. He's had that instilled in my brain since I started, because he knows that I like that as well. He knows I've got that little fire in me to just the violence to go in and kill.
Yeah.
But it's about being smart, and like that's. I didn't get hit. I got hit, like, I think in 8 minutes I got hit like 6 times max.
Yeah. And I actually said to James Webb when I was interviewing him that your composure in the finish really impressed me, and he said that would have been Chris in the corner telling him to, like.
But that's what it is. Like, I have that dog in me that I want to go in and I want to just let loose and just go for it. But at the end of the day, we've had this conversation, we've had this argument plenty of times about me jumping on submissions in the gym. He's like, stop. Just slow it down. He's like, you're going to tire people out. Don't forget, people haven't seen the grappling yet. Like, they still haven't seen it. They've seen a little bit. They've seen about 3 minutes of it less, 2 minutes of it in Cork, and it was done. Do you know what I mean? So people still haven't got to see the grappling. I haven't been taken down since my first pro fight, which I broke my hand in, so I was kind of happy to go down in. I haven't, like, do you know what I mean? I haven't been beaten on the feet. I haven't lost a grappling exchange. So
I was actually glad to see it go to the second round, because I wanted to see a bit more of you. You hadn't fought for a little while. I wanted you to get just a few extra minutes in there. I thought would, make a big difference. But from the very outset, like those leg kicks that you opened with were brutal.
Yeah, I remember I text Brad Morton, like, oh, just a slip there. I was like, no, that was not a slip. I kicked his legs from underneath. I was like, no. I went straight back and watched it after the fight, went down to him that night. I was like, I kicked his legs from underneath, and he was like, did you? I was like, yeah, that wasn't a slip.
Publish a retraction, Brad.
I said it to him, and he was like, all right, Oban, what's up, big man?
Oban saying hi Oban, hope you're well. Go on, big guys.
But yeah, so like I said, I have been working on a load of different things, and this is why I thank Chris a lot, because that performance was mostly to do with him. When lockdown kicked off, I told you that I didn't feel comfortable stopping, and I had to do something, and we done the best we can. We done what we could, and it helped me a lot. I grew a lot, and I added stuff to my game that I could and that I didn't have, and I haven't stopped doing that. Like, even there today, went down and trying stuff, like different stuff that I'm thinking about yesterday, doing stuff I was thinking about. It's just about getting to where I want to be, getting to be a complete MMA fighter. Like, I don't think at the moment there's anyone in the division that can. Well, everyone has a lucky shot. Everybody has the lucky shot, but I don't think there's anyone that outstrikes me, that outgrapples me, that puts a better pace. I don't think it's there, but this is why I like the challenges and why I'm looking forward to seeing what's next in December. I don't think that, and I've been right every time so far. So,
so you think as it stands, you could beat anyone in the division?
Do you need me to answer that?
Let me ask you this: Will Chris let you fight anyone in the division yet?
No.
Okay.
I'm okay with that. I'm in no rush. I've said this. I am in no
rush. I know
rush.
you said it, and I'd like to hear that as well. You know, I like the confidence that you believe that you can do it, and I don't doubt you actually. But I also think it's, the more time you've got, the more fights you've got, the more you've had every type of eventuality in there. by the time you're on the biggest stage, there'll be nothing that you haven't seen before or dealt with before.
Yeah. Well, my plan is now, and I've no problem saying it because I've said it before, I'll say it again. My plan is fight in December, win in December, and then whenever the next show is, I'm imagining probably late February, late March, I want a title shot. That's 5 fights, 5 wins in a short time. I'm constantly growing. I'm constantly showing the maturity that I'm ready to fight. I'm in no rush. But I've won 5 fights in a row. No one else has won that
Ian,
many.
to be deserving of a title shot after this one, what kind of name are we facing in December?
I haven't a clue. I text Chris. I asked Chris one day. I was like, because I knew they were matching. People were talking to me about like they've like agreed to fight or something like that. And I'm like, oh, that's great, cool. Chris, did we get sent anybody? He goes, yep. And I was like, all right. And he goes, yeah. I was like, you're gonna tell me who? And he was like, no, you don't need to know. I was like, fair enough. And but like he knows I don't want to know. I will ask because I want my input on it. But he's like, no, let me send it to Chris, let me send it to Tom. Let me see what we think. Let me send it to whoever else he wants to send it. Go, how do you think Ian does against him? Get people's opinions. And then he'll come back to me and go, right, I've seen this guy. So haven't talked to him about it since. He'll come back to me.
So were you offered a few names or one name, or how does it work?
Anybody that'll get me a title shot, that's who I want.
No, I know that's who you want, but do you know if they just got offered one name or several names, or?
I think there was 1 or 2, but then I don't know. We haven't really spoke about it much since. I don't really like to know. We've talked about this before.
I get that. Yeah,
it can change. So if I'm thinking about maybe it's 2 weeks until it's accepted, and I'm thinking about fighting, say George McManus. All right, I'm thinking about fighting George. George pulls out. He's got an injury, and now I'm going in there and I'm fighting someone like James Sheehan or Figlak. Do you know what I mean? He's a big, strong, athletic bloke. He's really fast, really explosive. He's not as grappling orientated. He's going to look to kind of stand and bang. He's going to look for a dogfight. He's going to look for a war. I don't want to know this until I just get one name and I just work on whatever I'm working on until we find out who it is. And then once we find out who it is, right, let's go to work. Let's not strategize, but let's think of the way we're going to win this. And then that's why we always win. Like I would have absolutely loved to sub George. Like I would have absolutely loved to. Like I said it to Chris at the back. I said if he tries to take me down and I see a gap, I am going for it. And he was like, dude, we have an easy route to win this fight. He's like, because anywhere, if I'm coming up against a striker, I'm going to grapple them. I'm going to take them down, and I'm going to destroy them. If I'm fighting a grappler, I don't have to go to the ground with him. If I want to, I can. But that's the ego. That's where Chris is trying to pull the reins back and just go, dude, listen to me. I've been doing this a while. I know what's the smartest thing, and that's why when he's in the cage, when I'm in the cage, and he shouts at me, I'm like, oh yeah, shit, fine. I'm like, can I just take him down, Chris? It's like, yeah. I'm like, but he has that drilled into me. It's like a soldier. Like it's like a little puppet on a string. He just kind of pulls the strings, and I do as he said because I know he's been there.
Go for the takedown a couple of times though, and you defended it. So
yeah, he can go. Yeah, I know. Actually, I knew if I'd have got into it, he would have went mad. He would no, let's not do that. I'm like, shit, he's gonna get so annoyed because when he eventually tried to take me down, I lowered my base and I grabbed around his back and I was like, he's not getting me down now. And he went for a throw and I was like, yeah, come on, you're not going to judo throw me. Of all things, come on, you're not going to judo throw me. Tried the judo throw, I reversed it, ended up top, and I knew as soon as because I like that position. As soon as he got his butterflies and he went to kick up and push away and maybe go for a leg, Chris was like, get out. I'm like, no, let me just. And then he went for the leg lock. I'm like, people just don't learn. Like there's 3 fights in a row, 3 fights now. People have tried to go for my legs and panicked, and they've got smothered and punched around on the ground. So it's great for me. I'm not complaining, but just try something different, lads. It's yeah. So look, I'm enjoying everything. training's great. I'm learning. I'm growing. I'm having a great time. I'm using this lockdown for good, not bad. I'm not thinking about it as it's a shit time. I'm just going everything. I don't care what's going on around me. Like once I'm safe, and once my family's safe, and my teammates or my friends, that's fine. But I have me in my mind, and I'm just going, and I'm working my ass off, and I'm trying to get better, and I'm looking towards like March for that title, and that's my goal, because once I get that title, everyone has to fight me.
I think the exciting thing about your division as well is there's a lot of big names and a lot of good fighters in that division, but at the top it's very open, where a lot of the top people have come off losses, and I think Aaron Khalid is probably up there for the next
100%.
title shot. But after that, it's very open. A lot of the people that there's been a lot of change. Some people have left Cage Warriors, and obviously Mason's gone to UFC.
There's been a load of changes with our division. When you look at Mason, you look at Reese, Dalby, Houston, Lahore.
Oh my God, it's mad, isn't it?
But they've all gone off. Like you're talking, like they've all gone on. They're all older in their career. They've all tried. Oh, sorry, Jesus. They're all older. Like Reese is the youngest of them all, but and Mason. But they've gone to the UFC. They've done exactly what Cage Warriors has planned for them. They've taken them from Cage Warriors to the UFC. Then you've got Dalby, exact same. Houston decided, okay, I want to go to Bellator. I want to make money. That's fine, perfect. He showed he was a world champion. He was ready, but you got a good contract. Who might argue with him? Do you know what I mean? I was talking about him. I remember he came over here and I told him, I was like, dude, come on, you were so close to the UFC. And he was like, they gave me a good offer. And I was like, right, fair enough. And then we spread and we went and watch Bellator that night. And do you know what I mean? Like it's
yeah.
But and then like you've got Lahore. I think Lahore signed to PFL.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. Yeah, it was PFL.
I think it was PFL. Yeah. So like everyone's gone on to do not bigger and better things, but what they wanted to do. Like they wanted to fight for money, or they wanted to fight for Cage Warriors. They wanted to go to UFC and fight guys in there and test themselves. That's fine, cool. But now it is coming. It is getting a bit thin. It used to be the most stacked division. Now it's kind of dying down, and it's time for someone like me to go, right, here we go. I'm the best in Europe. This is the level. And
I definitely think there's an opening there for sure. And I think you need a big name in December and a big performance. And 100% I'm confident that you can deliver that. Got some big questions come through. I know. I don't doubt it. So who's Phil Campbell? He said, how do you get the nickname The Future?
He just wants to plug himself in there. He gave it to me. That's what he's trying to do. He's just trying to do it, yeah. My pro debut, or my amateur debut, I text Phil beforehand and I said, watch this. And he was like, looking forward to it, brother. So I went in, feeling out process, boom, left hook, 61 seconds in, unconscious, walk away, knockout. And as I was walking by the cage, Phil Campbell goes, ladies and gentlemen, have we just seen the future? And I went, welcome to the new age, boys. And then that's it. And from after that, my mates were always slagging me, calling me the future. Oh, the future, the future. I was like, I'm going to stick with it then, right? So I got a tattooed on me. I was like, and what? I was like, yeah, and what? So that's not my real nickname. Like that's my nickname for the fight. My nickname in the gym is the Lip. I guess.
I had that one.
I guess so. I guess you can imagine why. I walk in and just the amount of shite that comes out my mouth when I'm in the gym is absolutely ridiculous. I just talk complete and utter shit. I just walk in, I'll just look at someone and I'll just be like, soft. You were getting broke up today. And I just look at them and I'll just cause havoc. It's just I got roasted today. One of the lads, I woke up the other morning and I was like, I feel taller. And then I was standing in the kitchen and my mom and dad both commented on it. They go, Ian, you've grown. And I'm standing there beside my brother who's taller than me and we're the same height. And she's like, and they made me stand back to back and they were like, holy shit. They were like, you've grown. And I was like, yup. And then I went in.
That's insane.
I was a late bloomer. So like I'm still growing width-wise as well. Like I'm only a kid still, really. If you
Well,
think
yeah,
about
I
like,
definitely don't think when, like in a few years' time, I don't see you being in the welterweight division anymore. And actually, when you were pictured with the belt the other day on Instagram,
yeah,
I said it looks good on you, and you said two would look better.
yeah,
And I
two
can
would look
I can
better.
definitely see that.
Well, at the same time, it's the same thing
You're
looking
not
at the
going down to
middleweights. Like,
155, that's for sure.
oh, I didn't cut off an arm and a leg, maybe. No, I've said this before. Like, other than James, I don't see a problem at 185.
Yeah.
And
So
obviously, me and James are never going to fight.
no.
Do you know what I mean? So
It'll
that's
be
never going to happen.
It'll be when he's moved on to the UFC, obviously.
Exactly. He'll get that belt back, or he'll do whatever he wants to do. But if he's not there and I can get that belt, we might do it. Depends. We'll see what's up. Might just stay at welterweight.
Glenn said, do you always plan on being called the Future forever, or are you going to evolve the nickname, like when the future comes?
Like people have said this to me, and I'm like, yeah, I mean, but like when you think about the future, I mean, it's today, it's later on today, it's tomorrow, it's every day that's not now, it's every day that's in the future. Like
Yeah.
it's I don't know, I haven't really thought about it much, but I'm rolling with it now. I'm a young, talented prospect, which is what everyone's saying, so it fits well.
Well, Nathaniel Wood is called the Prospect, and people always say to him, like when he became Cage Warriors champ, people said to him, when are you going to change your nickname? And he's like, well, not till I've got UFC gold.
Do you know what I mean?
I'm
He's
still
still a prospect, 100%. And like that's kind of the exact way I feel about it. Like the future is the future. The future's tomorrow. It's the next 10 weeks. It's always, that's what the future is. So for me, it's just a case of I'm rolling with it now, and I don't really think about it. It's stuck. So, and I like it. It makes me like, that's why I like that saying, like the future's inevitable. Like I'm going to happen. Like it's going to happen. Just wait, find out and see. And then
well, Glenn's
I've just
got
got
a
to enjoy
different
it.
one for you. He says you could be called in the gift, Garry. Why the gift? Because he's the present.
Oh,
I like this, Glenn.
oh Jesus! I don't know if I could do that. I'd get some roasting off the gym.
Proper grief for that one. Phil says future middleweight for sure. Good one here from Stuart Henderson. He said, for someone so young, you've got a lot of experience in combat sports. Which martial art do you feel gives you the best advantages in your game?
Specific, or since I'm just training in general?
Yeah, I guess he means I mean, one thing that you always say is that you want to be a complete martial artist. So
Yeah.
to me, like, I think you would just want to level up on anything that you felt was your weakest area. And
yeah. So, like, that's what I've made. Yeah, specific. Yeah. So, for me, I came in as I had a judo background with boxing, so my hands are good. My head movement was always good as a kid because I was always smaller than the other guys, so I had to adapt and be faster and get my head in and out of positions. That's why I don't get hit a lot. I was always right, get in and get out. I have to get in, get out as fast as I can, because if I don't, they're going to be bigger and stronger. Now they're not really bigger and stronger than me, but I've still got that kind of fast in and out motion of the small kid that I used to be. So for me, that has a massive effect, because that's the speed. My speed is there. So for someone who's big, I'm fast. So like I'm just as fast as the lightweights or the featherweights. Like, I'm just as fast. It's just a case of I have to pick my shots smarter, because I don't want to get caught by someone. But that's one of the biggest aspects I feel that has affected my game. It makes me is my speed, and that's from mainly the boxing. But then again, like I'm getting bigger and stronger, so now I'm starting to use kind of my strength and my frame as kind of an aggressive aspect. So I want to be a bit more aggressive, and I want to push people back more. And I want to go, if you want to do this, right, you're walking backwards, and if you step forward, I'm going to upend you with a shot, and if you don't, I'm going to take you down and I'm going to smash it. So which one do you want? That's the way I'm looking at it. I'm looking. excuse it, but I'm looking in the future. I'm looking at what I want to kind of have myself. I know it's the only way. But like I'm looking at to what I will be, to what like the level I will be at, and they're probably the two. Like my jab is probably my best weapon. It just no matter what, I could stand there and you could throw 50 shots and I'd land 400 jabs, just fast. And yeah, so that those three, like using my size and my kind of my pressure has been one that I've been working on a lot lately, and then just my speed. That's
yeah.
I feel
thought
like
your feints
they're
were
my
really
two more
good in the
specific.
last fight as well.
Chris wanted me to work them a lot more because I used to do them when I was striking, and he was like, "Let's get them back." He was like, "You need to start adding them in more." And then I did, and it started working. And especially when he when he was changing between southpaw, I was just going, right, if you want to go southpaw, I'll go southpaw. I was like,
Yeah.
I can fight southpaw. But when he went southpaw, like people still didn't see any of my southpaw work because I actually didn't throw a shot. I don't think I threw one shot when I was in southpaw because I knew he wasn't going to throw. So I'm like, right, if you want to go in orthodox, well, let's go in orthodox. If he's changing from southpaw, maybe because I've hurt him with leg kicks.
I think it was the leg, yeah.
I know it definitely was the leg, but maybe he's going, right, maybe it might work better from southpaw. I'm going, right, I'll find southpaw. What are you going to do? And now he's going, I didn't think he was going to change to southpaw. And now it's like, right, wait for him to change back and then go. So I was smart in that fight, but I still didn't give away a lot. Like I didn't wrestle. I didn't show any of my wrestling. I didn't really show any of my jiu-jitsu. Like I just dominated him in jiu-jitsu. Like I stayed top, I stayed heavy. He couldn't catch me with the leg locks. My base was better, my jiu-jitsu was better. So it's all just because I'm learning and I'm growing and I'm learning so fast because Chris is working so well with me and the lads in the team are pushing me and everyone's growing and growing and growing. So if I stop working to better myself, someone's going to catch me in a fight. Look, my ego.
Yeah.
My ego will not allow that to happen. I have to keep pushing. I have to go. But like at the end of the day, I have to have the ego. I have to have that little kick in the ass to kind of keep me going. Who gives you the toughest rounds in the gym? Obviously Chris. But other than that, I say this a lot, and a lot of the lads will back me up on this. Adam Shelley. Adam Shelley is ridiculously difficult to deal with on the feet. His spins are so like when he's on the feet, you cannot shut off for any amount of time because if you do, you're gonna get spinning back kick to the jaw. Like he won't throw it in training, but like I'm in a fight, he's gonna spin.
I was gonna say that's brutal sparring in the gym.
He'll throw them into the stomach now. Like he's so good at controlling them that like he'll throw them and he'll know where to go with them because he's so good at them. And then he's adapted this really really good grappling game that I'm not going to talk about. I'll let people see. But he's adapted this really really solid grappling game that makes him so much more dangerous. So I think obviously Chris is the hardest round because he knows exactly what I'm learning. He's teaching me, and he's just so big as well, and he doesn't tire. Like he's still there. Like he still pushes paces. But Adam out of all the lads, like just has an awkward game, and I think everyone in the gym, not just me, thinks that way. Like you if you're going with Adam, you're like, right, okay, gotta turn on now, like because I don't want to get a spinning back kick to the stomach and be sat down. So probably my little wifey, I call him. He's my little wifey. Go on all our little trips together. He was in all my fights. That was the first fight he couldn't come to. He left his graduation. He graduated from college the day I was meant to drive down to Cork. And he graduated, left his family, went home, changed, got in his car and drove me down to Cork. So like my little wifey. So he'll be with me to the end. He'll be with me when I'm in the UFC. When we're fighting for the belt, he'll be by my side. And
that's amazing. Big shout out to him.
That just shows how much of a good teammate he is. And that's all the lads in the gym. Anyone would do that for anyone. So it's just that like I was looking at today at one of the DC and Khabib like friendship, like just them slagging each other, and I'm like, they need to get a couple of cameras in our gym. Jesus, I was like, you'd want to see the shit talk we'd be talking, like you know what Webby's like. Webby's absolutely hilarious. Like
I was delighted to know he's not your toughest round in the gym as well.
But like I'm telling you now, Webby will tell you that Adam is so tough. He'll respect that. Here's the thing. I know what Webby's going to do. I know I'm going to have to stop him, and I know what this round's going to go in. I know what I have to do to spar well against Webby. Like we've been training so long. But
Yeah.
Adam's tough. Like it's a different mental thing. So I know Webby's gonna grab a hold of me, and it's gonna be bollocks, fucks. Here we go. Like this is just gonna be like getting wrestled by a polar bear. Like he's just so strong. But yeah, I think he'd back me up on that one. I don't think that's anything that I wouldn't say anyone in the gym would argue with. He's pretty tough.
Oh,
Skillful,
brilliant.
very skillful. So
anyone who leaves their graduation to come and take you to your fight is pretty damn cool.
Yeah, I mean, do you know what I mean? I can't say anything about him. He's a fucking top bloke. Sorry, excuse me. My mum will come in now and kill me now.
How is your mum doing? You're not still leg kicking her, are you?
No, but she's got some pretty good rear naked choke defense. And she's always sitting downstairs. She's always sitting downstairs on her laptop, and I'm like, just latching it on, just squeezing. Takes the chin in 2 on 1. She's like digging her hand in. She's getting good.
Did you teach her the defense, or that's just come from like having to defend it?
A little bit of both. Like I like grab, I go down and like latch onto her neck, and I'm like, right. I'm like, no, you need to do this to stop it. So every day she does it. I'm like, you're getting good, and I'm like, I'll get you later on. But she doesn't like when I do it. I use my chin, and she's like, ah. So I've got a little weakness. She just be screaming for it, but she's doing good. My dad's doing good. Everyone's healthy. My little brother's started doing college. I don't know what he's doing, but he started college, so he's happy out. So he's got something to work on, keep himself active over the lockdown, and yeah, no complaint. My sister's due like next week, I think, for her second baby.
A little lockdown baby. Congrats.
Hopefully it's a boy. I'm not dealing with another girl coming to this house. Just another girl. Oh, no. Better be a little boy, and I'll turn him into an absolute savage.
That's what I say about my nephews. I say to my sister, he's only 3, but I'm like, you've got to get him to little ninjas now.
Wait till I have it. Like, I've said this, like, my mom and dad always tell me about what I used to be when I was a kid, and they were like, wild. They were like, as you can imagine.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all.
Like, no one would take me. They'd be like, oh, gee, no, I can't. They'd come up with every excuse in the book. They'd be like, oh, I just don't have the energy to deal with him. So I'm just going to get my kid. I'm just going to feed him into jiu-jitsu when he's young. And then I'm going to just, yeah. Well, I'll let him do what he wants. But, like, I'm going to push him in that direction of a killer. And, yeah, we'll see.
Peter said, who's winning the main event this weekend and why?
Oh, I don't know. I change my mind every day. Today I'm on Khabib. I'm on Team Khabib. I think Justin Gaethje is by far his biggest threat. Like Chris has been saying it for ages, long before.
Gaethje Chris is saying on Twitter a lot that he thinks Gaethje's going to take this.
He's been calling it for a long time. He's been saying that he thinks Gaethje is the best guy to beat him. I agree with what he's saying, but I don't know. At the moment, I'm still Team Khabib. Everybody knows what Khabib's going to do.
Yeah.
Everybody knows.
But they can't stop him.
But why hasn't anyone been able to stop him? Do you not think that... I think in the UFC, he came to the UFC at 15-0? 15-0? I think he had 13 fights in the UFC. Yeah, he has. Yeah. 13 fights in the UFC or 12 fights in the UFC. And he's done the exact same thing to every single person. Do you not think those people have trained to try stop that?
Yeah, I just can't imagine how boring the camp is training for him as well. Just like that takedown defense and
he's gone down a rabbit hole, and he's so far down he can't see the light, and he is just working with it, because if he goes and tries to get a much better striking, it's going to affect his grappling. So he's just going, I am all in on this grappling, and look how good they are. Look at them all. Look at all the Dagestanis. They're all amazing at what they do. Yeah, like Khabib's just the best at it, and that's from what we've seen. He's just working it well. So I hear everyone talking about Justin's grappling and his wrestling defense, and that's what makes him good. And I've no doubt he's amazing. But
There's
Everyone,
levels.
I know, and this is where I'm thinking. I'm like, shit, I don't see anyone stopping Khabib. So, at the
Yeah,
moment, I'm Khabib. I just, I don't know. I think with his dad dying, I think that's going to just add more fuel to be
yeah,
focused. Because he's not, he's come out and said it. He said that, like, look, if my father not teach me, like, I don't know where I'd be. And you're sitting there going,
yeah,
oh, no, jeez, I don't know if there's a good thing or a bad thing now that his
yeah.
dad has passed. Like, does it make him more aggressive? Does it make him more clinical? Does it slow him down, or does he go in and does he grab a hold of someone and ragdoll them? So,
Mm,
but
I know.
I do think Justin Gaethje is his biggest threat.
Yeah, I know.
So
I agree with everything you said, and there's such emotional reasons behind wanting both of them to win as well. For as
yeah,
much as
100%.
like Khabib wants to honour his father, and then you've got Justin Gaethje who said his parents can retire if he
Yeah,
wins, and he's like on
that's
the,
pretty cool.
and you're like, oh my god,
Well,
just
his parents are going to retire anyway because he's as soon as he signs that fight, he's making banks. Do you know what I mean? He's the
yeah,
most he is the most exciting fighter in the UFC at the moment. Like
yeah,
ridiculous nine
love
bonuses
him.
in 7 fights. I mean,
Yeah,
I'd be happy with that. That's what I will be happy about when I get to the UFC. I go in there and I fight for show. I don't fight to win. I fight to show. I fight to go in there and I don't want to beat someone by decision. I want to beat them. I want to break them. I want to make sure that like there's no doubt that I was better than you. If I finish
mm,
you, chances are it's not going to be a one punch knockout and done. Like I'm going to make sure like every second before that I'm winning and you're
yeah.
just slowly fading, and that's the way I look at it. And Gaethje's kind of the same. He goes in there, goes, I'm just going in there, and I'm just going to beat them down. I don't care what happens. I'm going in there, and I'm just putting the pressure on them, and I don't want them. I don't want to stop. And if I don't
Would
stop,
you
he has to
rather
stop.
be would you rather be the most exciting fighter in the world or a world champion?
World champion, but I can do both. Do you know what I mean? I can go in there and be smart and work smartly and do what I want by being exciting and putting an aggressive pace on it. But like you've seen in the last fight, being smart is what's drilled into me. Chris knows what
Yeah,
I'm like. He knows if he lets me go, I'm gonna go. So he always pulls the reins back. But it's a good thing. But like, if they offered you, yeah, yeah, why wouldn't I?
I know
Yeah,
you would take it. I don't think
no, I
Chris
don't
would
think
let
Chris
you
would.
take
No,
it yet, would he?
no, but like, yeah, why wouldn't I?
This
I've
is why
said this.
fighters have coaches, though, as well.
Of course I would. Yeah, like I want to fight everyone. I want to fight. Like I don't want to just go in and fight a couple of guys. I want to fight guys who are good, who are proven they're up there, and I want to go in. I want to solve that puzzle or deal with that challenge. I don't want to skip anybody or pass anybody up.
Yeah,
But like that's not my job. That's Chris's job. I don't get involved in that.
yeah.
Chris tells me if Chris came and told me tomorrow I'm fighting Webby, I'm like, well, all right, fine, let's do it. Do you know what I
Oh,
mean?
well, let's hope that never happens.
No, it never will. But what I mean is, if he tells me I'm doing something, that's what we're doing. It's very much my journey. But he's in control of what we do, and he's the boss, and I'm listening to him. I've got full faith he's going to make the right decision every time, and I'm in there to work my ass off. Like I'm working my ass off. That's why everyone says this. Like this isn't arrogance that I have. It's confidence from
Yeah,
hard work. I don't sit here and talk about how much I'm learning or how good I am because I'm trying to big myself up or prove to someone how good I am. I do it because it's the truth, and that's literally what I do because I'm working my ass off. I can see the jumps in level. I can see the hard work coming off. I got a picture with Wesley Maya and Jack Grant, right? Two of the most ripped people in Cage Warriors. Jack Grant has like 1% body fat, right? And he's just jacked. He's so big, like he's so skinny. And then Wesley Maya could grate cheese off his fucking abs. They're that defined, right? So this is how big my ego is and stuff, right? So I got a picture with them, and I was in good nick for that fight. I'd slimmed down, I was in better shape, and I looked bigger. Now that was the start of a plan that we've been working because I haven't been doing a lot of strength and conditioning. I'm slowly getting bigger and stronger. And as you were saying, I probably will end up a middleweight if we keep growing, but that's in time. Like, I'm way bigger now. I'm way stronger. I'm in better shape. But I text him straight after I got that photo. I text him, and then I was like, here, I'm going to ring you. Are you free? And I was like, I'm just finishing my fight. He's definitely free. I was like, John, what's up? And he was like, what's up? I was like, I just sent you 2 photos. I just got a photo with Jack Grant and Wesley Maya. I was like, I'm fuming. And he was like, why? I was like, look at the photo. I look fat. I was like, we need to make sure we're in better shape the next fight. And he was like, I love it. He was like, I love that he's like, I love your ego. I was like, oh, there's no way I'm allowing that. Like, I
now you know what it feels like to be a girl.
I was sitting there going, I was like, hold on a minute. I'm meant to be this professional aspect. He was one of the, like, I know muscles don't win fights, but like, to be fair, I don't really worry about my shape. But I'm like, hold on. It's like, let's change this. I was like, let's get in better shape. Let's look better. Let's look scarier. Let's look fitter, faster. Like, and he's like, he sent me a text back and said, I'm so glad you feel this way after a win and not a loss.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people tried to make a change after a loss and be like, oh, we'll change this and this up and everything and we'll be better. And he's like to me, you want, like, because look, my diet was never the best. Like, it was good and it gets me by, but now I'm changing my diet. Like, I'm starting to look at numbers more for my training, my recovery. Like, I'm starting to look at all my nutrition and be like, well, I need to change this up. I can still treat myself every now and then and get myself a nice little Domino's. I might buy myself a Domino's for the weekend when I'm watching the fights. So I can still treat myself, but I'm consistently looking at it and trying to get better and trying to evolve as a fighter and do the little things that make big changes.
Do you know what you said there, though? That's why I hate the phrase win or learn, because you shouldn't wait until you lose to learn.
No.
And every fighter that I speak to who, in my head, I think is going on to big things in the future, whenever they win, there's always something that they want to work on, or there's something that they want to pick out that they weren't completely happy with. So I think that's the best way to be. Like, I think they're too self-critical sometimes, even, but like, that's just what you shouldn't wait, like you said, until you lose to change something.
I was watching my fight on the bus home after the venue. I was watching my fight at home, and I was like, and Chris was like, how are you feeling? I was like, yeah, I need to talk to you about a couple of things. I was like, we need to work on something. He's like, just go enjoy it, like, kid. He's like, just relax. Yeah. We'll work on that next week when you're back. And I was like, just chill out. And I'm like, yeah, no, I know, but I'm telling you the stuff there. So we need to work on them. But like, me and him are the same. That's why we get on so well when it's corner and I'm in the cage, because we think the same things. We know exactly. So if I say to him, oh, I want to work this, and this, he's like, I agree with the first 2, not the last one. You don't need to work that yet. Let's slow it down. Let's work on these 2 things for the moment. They kind of come into play a lot in what you do, so we need to add them in and just better yourself. And look, a lot of me is down to him because he's such a good coach. And
was it easier to hear him this time with no crowd there? Yeah.
Good one.
I was thinking,
he's like a foghorn. You can hear him outside the venue.
Even in a massive crowd.
I can always hear him.
Can
always. You? Always. Cork was mental. Cork was insane. Like, we walked out, and I remember we were only talking about this the other day, because like the lads were asking about the difference. Like, did it feel weirder? And I was like, yeah, it felt weird. It felt different. Like, it wasn't your normal, like, atmosphere. Obviously not. There's no fans. When I was in Cork, all my mates were standing down each side of the tunnel, and they were all in front at the walkway, and they were all locked, and they were all just screaming and shouting. And I remember turning around to Chris and going, and he goes, right, forget about them. We've got a job to do. Enjoy it afterwards. He was like, we've got a job to do. Remember that? And I was like, I'm focused. And I remember looking directly straight and seeing my best mate and going, all right, I'm just going to turn my back to them. I don't want to see any of this. and I completely turned my back to them. I was like, I want them to feel the emotions when I'm in the fight. Like, when I land a good shot, I want to hear that. But when I walk into my fight zone, like, I've got a job to do. Like, that's my job. I have to go in there and fight and perform. But like, at the end of the day, I'm going in there and having fun. And if I'm thinking about what someone's shouting, or if I'm getting distracted by anything, I'm not having fun. I am solely in that ring. I am present, and I'm just fighting, and I'm just in that, and I just love it. Like that's why I look to get better every time, because I want to test myself against someone like Mason, for example. I want to test myself against him. He's proven he's like UFC level, and he's the double champ in Cage Warriors.
What
I
did you
want to
think
test
of that
myself.
fight?
I went up to Mason the day before, 2 days before. We were training in the training areas in the hotel, and I was like, Mason, will you shut up? Best welterweight in Europe's trying to train in here. Can't concentrate. Shut the door on a mess. So he walks back into me after his fight when he beat Proctor and got the 2 belts, and walks in and goes, the double champs here, the best welterweight in Europe's in the building. I was like, been here all day. Joking with him, and I was like, I literally said to his face, I was like, congrats, I didn't think you'd do it. Fair play. Well done. Like, great performance.
So you had Proctor in that fight, did you?
Yeah.
Sort of...
Well, I said it to Mason's face. I don't think a lightweight beats me. So that was my aspect on it.
Yeah.
And that's like, Mason is a lightweight. He knows that. Like, he's not looking to go into UFC welterweight. He knows that. He's a lightweight. That's where he does his best work. So that it wasn't a dig at him or anything. It was just like a little, you just, yeah.
There's a bit of a dig.
a friendly one. I like Mason a lot. I get along with him. And congrats to him. He's well deserved where he's gone to. Like, he's just put himself on a level that one other person's reached, 2 other if you count Dan Hardy. Do you know what I mean? So he's done well. So fair play to him. Like, fair play. He's done exactly what he set out to do, and I wish him all the best. I sent him a text. I was there when they announced it, and I was delighted there for him, because he absolutely deserves it. And Wales has got himself another star in the UFC, so they're flying.
Amazing, absolutely incredible. We've got another question here. Thoughts on the UFC removing Edwards from the rankings for being inactive?
Stupid. Like, he's clearly wanting to fight. He's not fighting because he's not getting the fights he's deserved. Like, he's ridiculously good. Like, he should fight Kobe. He should fight Usman. Or he should fight Masvidal, and that's it. Get one of those 3 and then a belt, and that's it. That's all. He shouldn't be fighting anyone else. I don't think so, anyway.
Because I think it's because he's turned down a couple of fights, but it's obviously not the fights he wanted.
He should fight Chimaev.
He was offered Chimaev and turned it down. I think that was one of the last ones. But
was it? Did he turn him down?
Apparently so. I mean, I haven't heard from him. But
they probably turned him down because they don't want to, like, Chimaev has a lot of hype behind him, and they might be trying to use Edwards as a stepping stone. Not that he beats him. Like, that's a very, very tough fight. Edwards is, like, he's legit. So
yeah,
I don't know. Like I think it's stupid they remove him from inactivity. He clearly wants to fight. Like, he's been let down, and the COVID has happened. So, like, come on, take a bit of fucking consideration.
That's what I say. He was supposed to fight in London, which was only back in March. And I think, Brian Ortega wasn't removed from the rankings. He hadn't fought for 2 years until he fought at the weekend.
Stupid. That's what it is. It's stupid. He should absolutely be up there. I think he was, ranked number 3?
Yeah.
Should stay.
And now he's completely unranked.
Look, any fighter or any coach is not going to care about a number beside his name.
Yeah. I think it's a bully move by the UFC just to force him to take a fight.
Yeah, but he should be fighting. Why? Like, if I don't know why he isn't, but, like, he should be.
I think he turned down Wonder Boy.
Yeah, because Wonder Boy's below him. He as I said, he should only be fighting those Wonder. Like, he was meant to fight Woodley. He beats Woodley, he gets a title shot. So he should be.
But then I think Woodley fought again and lost since then. Yeah. So Woodley's even further down the rankings.
Yeah. But what I mean is, if he's a former champion, you beat a former champ, you can go fight another for the champ.
Woodley's lower in the rankings than Wonder Boy now.
Is he?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Wow. He's lost a few in a row now, hasn't he?
I think it's stupid that he's taken out, but I do think he should be fighting. I think he needs, like, it's your job.
Yeah.
I don't care what it is, what else is going on, family, kid. You have a job. That's your job. If you don't fight, the game moves on. So you should be fighting. And I have no doubt he's training, he's getting better. But I think it's stupid from the UFC to do that. He's a great fighter, and he should be given the respect he's earned. He deserves that. So
Jake Jones saying hello to you as well.
That's me. But yeah, so no complaints.
I just wanted to catch up with you, congratulate you on that win. I thought it took something really special for people to be talking about that fight out of all of the fights on that weekend, and you were singled out by everyone, not just my own.
Quick it out for a minute, Sean. I'm gonna have a scrap now. Can I use that now? You can see I'm busy. Fucking.
Not just my own bias. Everyone was saying it.
But and this is what we've had. Everyone's asked me this before. Like, oh, do you get like? Does it feel like there's any added pressure? No, I expect that from me. That's what I expect. I expect when I go in there, I'm the one that I want everyone to be talking about in the weekend. I don't want to go in there and have someone else being talked about. Not that it's like it's going to happen eventually. Like someone's going to have an amazing knockout or an amazing performance that's just better than mine. But I'm going to make sure I'm as consistent as I can be and perform to that level, because that's what I want to do. That's what excites me. That's what gets me the fun and the enjoyment out of the sport, is being that guy that's being aggressive, that people like to watch, that finishes fights. And that's exciting, because at the end of the day, like, I want to be a good fighter, but I want people to enjoy my fights at the same time. I want people to. That's why Conor done so well and Adesanya does so well. People enjoy their fights. People enjoy watching Khabib grab a hold of someone and beat the piss out of them. Do you know what I mean? So it's just the case of I want to be like I want to be exciting, but I want to win. At the end of the day, winning is the most important. Like, I want to get that belt. I want to show how good I am, but it's just all a matter of time. It's just a matter of if I was offered the title for the next fight, I'd absolutely love to take it. But probably best to wait one more fight.
I think it's best to wait one more as well. I want to see you face, a big name in
I want that
the
as well.
next
That's
one.
I'm not fighting anybody else other than that. But I need a name. I need someone that when I beat them is going to earn me a title shot. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah. Because that's where I am, and that's it. Look, Cage Warriors do great things. They know exactly what they're doing, but like, there's only so long you can hold me back till I'm like, right, okay, this has to happen. So, like, if they want to wait one more, again, I wouldn't be. If they wanted to wait for another one after December, then we'd be pushing it. But I'm like, I've done everything you've needed me to do. I've proved myself every time. Just give me a shot at that belt. I'm not going anywhere because I want to get better. I want to do what like Jack Shore did. I want to prove, I want to defend that belt, and I want to make sure that when I get to that UFC, when that offer comes, when they come looking for me, because I don't want to jump in on late notice. I want them to go, we need this kid. We need him. That's what I'm looking for. So I've got to go in there and work my ass off and earn that. And every fight, I've got to work smarter, work harder, and do the right things. And that's why I have a great team around me, my family, and the support of my friends pushes me on. And I just
can't wait for the next one.
The next one's I was in the gym today, and I literally turned and looked at one of the lads and went, I'm just better already. And he was like, "Oh, piss off." I also got an awful bollocking earlier on. One of the lads was like to me, I was like, I've gotten taller, and he was like, that's mad. He was like, do you ever get quieter? And I was like, I've just been slapped in the mouth. I was like, everyone just started breaking their hat off, and I'm just like, do you want to do a round, Danny? Do you want to do a round, me and you? I ended up getting around with him.
Oh God! Well,
but,
I can't wait for the next one. I can't wait for the tail of the tape as well to see how tall you are next time.
It'll be 6'3". I'm 6'3". I was like officially like 80, like, or 62, like 6.27 or 8. So like I've grown a little bit, but like I noticed it. Yeah, I noticed it. I was like, what the heck? I was sitting there brushing my teeth, and where I'd normally look in the window, I was like, I'm taller. What the heck?
Literally overnight. Jesus, give some of that my way. I wouldn't be so fat if I was a bit taller.
I'm not saying anything.
Vertically
Put my foot way out
challenged.
there.
No, don't you worry.
But
Well, I can't
no,
wait for December, and I'm so looking forward to when this is announced, because I think it will be the big name that you deserve,
yeah. Oh no, it will be.
I'm
It
so
has to be.
excited to see it. I know it's going to be someone I know, and I'm just going to be absolutely, oh, can't wait,
hopefully,
can't wait.
hopefully it's no one you know personally and like, because I'm getting a hand raised. 5-0 sounds way better than 4-0. So
Which is what you said when you were 3-0 about 4-0. So the future's coming.
6-0 and a new champion sounds even better than 5-0. So that's all I'm saying. That's where I'm looking, and that's where my goals are. So just got to put the head down, work my ass off, and hope to God that I can do it, and work. Just it's just hard work. We'll get there. Got the right team, the right people behind me, and we're doing the right thing. So
Well, give my love to everyone at the gym. I'm
I will do.
delighted to speak to you today, and I'm glad that training's going well and everything's good. And I just hope that the COVID situation improves, and we can go back to some kind of normality, and start traveling and seeing each other. I saw you actually speaking to Jack Marshman on one of your posts and saying you'd be over for training, like when when
obviously
you can.
lockdown's been a bit of a pain in the ass for all that, but like I had planned this year to kind of get away on my own a bit more, and travel, and just not for a long time, but like after a fight maybe go away for a week and relax and do a bit of training in Wales, or go over to Oban, Jack and Richard in Shore MMA and do a bit of training there.
Yeah.
Go down to London and train with some of the lads in London. Go train with Webby and Taylor and learn off the lads in one of the best jiu-jitsu teams in Europe and the world, of ZR. So
my team.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. I've got I need to go over and train with them guys. Like I've got to grab a hold of Taylor and judge where I was last time, because I know I'm not looking forward to that though. Jesus, he's next level. But I've got to. That was my plan. So I would love to get over and train with Jack and Oban and all the lads in Shore. So, but it's just got to wait till kind of the normality kicks back in, and we can. It's going to take some time. I'm probably not going to be traveling anytime soon, as in like for holidays and just for enjoyment.
Yeah.
Yeah, out 2 seconds.
I'll let you go so that he can come into the room. But thank you so much for your time.
No, but thank you. It's
always
been a pleasure.
A pleasure.